Hey everybody, it's Barb from Making It Home. Today we are going to do something that was my mother's idea because I really honestly didn't know what to do this week. I've got a couple other things planned coming up that I'm excited about. Of course, I talked about in my last unboxing video for Simply Earth that we're going to be making soap in the next box, which is going to be super fun. We also have a surprise unboxing of a subscription company that we've been a part of for a couple years now that Erin's really excited about doing. So look forward to those coming up soon. And no, we are not just an unboxing channel. It just so happens that when we have really awesome products that we're proud of, we like to share it with our viewers and our readers. So thanks to Mom, what we're going to be doing is making fried green tomatoes. But not just any fried green tomatoes, because as I've said before, we try to eat a little healthier around here, cut back on a lot of the fatty foods and the oils and fried foods and all the good stuff that we used to have, like candy and stuff, you know? So we are going to do it in the air fryer. No, this is not a little mini robot. This is my air fryer. Yes, I'm weird. I like the cuteness. That's why I bought it. Plus, it's in my favorite color. And it had a lot of great reviews on Amazon. I will be putting a link to this one if it's still available. If not, I will put it in the other colors down in the description box. But I use this thing a lot. I make home fries in this to go with dinner, and Erin loves them. They don't take a long time, a lot less oil, and they're just tasty. When air fryers started coming out a couple years ago, I looked into getting them, and they were still, of course, very pricey, and they were huge. And, you know, at that time, it might have been more feasible because our daughter was still living with us. As you can probably tell, I'm in the corner of my kitchen, and it is kind of small. So I don't have a lot of storage space for extra appliances. That's kind of like when I did the Instapot video I was talking about. I got that because I got rid of 2 other appliances. With this, I can justify it because I don't have to dump out a pan full of oil every time I cook something that I want fried, and it's just healthier. So why fried green tomatoes? Well, honestly, it has a lot to do with my heritage. I say y'all a lot. I have a little southern drawl to my voice. I was not born or raised in the South, but it's in my blood. Both sides of my family are Southern. My mother is an Okie from Oklahoma, and my father's family, his mom's side, is from Virginia and North Carolina. I just kind of have Southern in my blood, and even though I did live there for a very short period of time, I lived in Kentucky and Louisiana, I absolutely love the food. The problem is a lot of it is deep fried. And I know some people are gonna be like, how could you air fry fried green tomatoes? That's just sacrilege. Well, my mom swears these taste amazing. I honestly have not tried it yet, so this is going to be new for me too. So she gave me the recipe she found, and I'm really not sure where she got it. I tried looking. It's just kind of a generic recipe, and I'm going to add a little bit of my own flavor, of course, to it, because that's usually what I do with most of my recipes. I kind of just add it and take away things that I want or don't want. So it's a really easy recipe that my mom wrote down for me, and we're going to try it today. So the first thing you're going to do is get 2 bowls and all of your ingredients together. You're going to have wet ingredients and dry ingredients. It's just like any other food that you're going to batter and fry normally. We're going to start with the wet ingredients. Now, I'm only going to be doing 1 tomato today, but you can do quite a bit. I think it does about 3 or 4 tomatoes, and you'll notice that my tomato is not 100% green, which my mother would be like, Barb, that's not fried green tomatoes. I like them when they're just starting to turn to like a peachy color. This one actually got a little red overnight because I grabbed these from my mom's garden. So let's go ahead and do the wet ingredients first. I will be posting my version of this recipe in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started. We need a half a cup of buttermilk, So half a cup of buttermilk. We're going to be using 2 eggs. And these, of course, are eggs from my lovely chickens. And that is the wet ingredients. So we're going to whisk those together. And of course, I'm messy in the kitchen. And I should have used a bigger bowl. But you know what? We'll make it work. Okay. So you get that whisked together. And remove the cat hair from the side of the bowl, because, you know. And then you mix up your dry ingredients. So in this bowl, we're going to be putting a half a cup of flour. And we are going to be adding a cup of cornmeal. You know what? I'm going to need a bigger bowl. In your medium-sized bowl, you're going to mix a half a cup of flour and a cup of cornmeal. See, this is what happens when I don't do the recipe first. But hey, you guys get to learn while I learn, and that's always great. And then we're going to add to that a cup of panko. There's a half cup. So 1 cup. And then to this, you're going to add your seasonings. You're going to season salt and pepper to your liking. I don't use a ton of pepper. And this is me cooking at my finest, the way I do it. Kind of a pinch of this, a dash of that. And then I'm using garlic powder because I love garlic. So, just a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. So once you've added all your spices, the panko, the flour, and the cornmeal, you're going to mix it up, and I use a fork. Make sure it gets mixed really well so that you get all the seasonings distributed evenly. Now you're going to take your tomatoes, let's move this out of the way. You're going to take your tomatoes and slice them up. I've already washed these. So, and you want the slices to be somewhat thick. I'd say 1/4 inch. And yes, don't pay attention to my knife skills. So I guess I'm going to do a little more. Let's grab another one. So this one's a little more red than it should be, but oh well. So you want to slice these about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thick. Yeah, I'll just throw that. And once you get your tomatoes, you're going to get your basket ready. We have our fryer basket, and you're going to, in the recipe it says olive oil. I'm using spray avocado oil because I really love this stuff. And so you could use either. But you're going to spray the basket first. And then you're going to do about, maybe I can fit like 4 in here. We'll see. Okay. So then you're going to take your tomatoes and you're going to dunk them in your buttermilk mixture, and then in your flour and cornmeal and panko mixture, and then you're going to set them in the fryer basket. So we'll just do a couple more because you don't want to stack these at all. And this is messy. You're gonna end up with club fingers. Trust me, happens every time. So I might be able to fit 4 in there. Let's see. If you're wondering if you can see that bruise on my arm, I just got done with blood tests, so it looks pretty gruesome. I might be able to fit 1 more, and yes, I'm getting club fingers. So if you were smart, you'd have 1 hand for wet, dunking in the wet, and 1 for dry, but you know, I never do anything the easy way. Ask anybody who knows me. So yeah, we can fit 4 in there. I'm gonna rinse my hand. Now what you're gonna do is you're going to spray the top of the tomatoes, and you're going to put this in the air fryer for 5 minutes, and then you're going to stop it and flip them and cook them again. First 5 minutes has just finished, so I'm going to carefully remove this and flip these. I'm going to try it with a fork. So flip them over carefully so that you don't remove the crust. Oops, lost a little bit of crust. I didn't get that spot very well. This is why you want to make sure that you spray the bottom of your tray. And you're also going to spray them once again with the olive oil, just a little bit. I'm going to spray them with a little bit more oil. And trust me, this is a significantly less amount of oil. And you're going to do another 5 minutes. Now it's finished its second 5 minutes, so we're going to take them out, and voila, don't those look good? They are like golden brown. Wow. So I'm impressed. I didn't think this was going to work, to be honest. I was just like, no way, Mom. We've always deep fried our fried green tomatoes in bacon fat, and they were full of calories. And what I love about my air fryer is that I actually put this in the dishwasher, and it cleans up super easy. So I'm just gonna set it back, and there you have it. Fried green tomatoes, only with way less oil. So the taste test. They're really hot, so be careful when you first take them out. You need to let them cool. I know it's gonna be hard not to want to eat them. Oh my word. This is definitely I can definitely say listening to my mother paid off. These are amazing. I didn't think they were going to be that good because it's like when you deep fry them, we deep fry them in bacon fat and oil. I didn't think you could get the same amount of crunch. Okay, I'm officially converted. This is one of the things, is if you crave fried green tomatoes, if you like fried green tomatoes, one of the tricks you can do, get your green tomatoes, pre-slice them, lay them out on a cookie sheet on wax paper, put them in the freezer, wait till they're frozen, and then take them out and put them in a bag. And then you have, if you keep them in the freezer, you can have fried green tomatoes anytime you want, or air fryer green tomatoes. I'm telling you, oh my word, I'm like, these are amazing. These, yeah. Thank you, Mom. Thanks for hanging out with me today once again in my kitchen, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you always know when we have a new video up. We like to put out videos once a week on how you can nurture a simpler, happier, healthier home, because it is well known in this house that people always have the first aid kit on standby whenever I have a knife, because of that, because I suck at cutting things. Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, for heaven's sake. That was a little too thick. Let's watch Barb cut open her finger on YouTube. See, It's messier Monday, even though it's Wednesday. I look like crud, but I really don't care today. Went camping. I'm tired still. Okay. Yeah.